What I have here is a 2021 Volvo XC60 Recharge T8 Inscription. Ha! And 3 is the key with this car. I'll tell you all about it. So what do I mean by 3? Well, there's a lot of 3s with this car, including 3 different options you can get with the Recharge. Now the Recharge is a PHEV, a plug-in hybrid system. You can get the Inscription, you can get the Polestar inspired version of this car, and you can get the R design. 3 different types of power are aiding the gas engine. This is a supercharged, turbocharged, electrified engine. Fascinating that Volvo's been able to make their supercharged, turbocharged engine work so well. So adding electrification to this whole thing is pretty damn nifty. So what do we have here? This is essentially a 313 horsepower engine. There's a supercharger that kind of gets you going. There's no turbo lag because of that. But then you add in an 87 horsepower electric motor that's supplying power to the rear wheels. Now, according to Volvo, they combine everything and they come up with a 400 horsepower combined number. Well, that means that this thing is a damn rocket. It's really fast, and it's all-wheel drive. And the all-wheel drive system has several different modes. Unfortunately, it doesn't have 3 modes. It's more like 5, and we'll go over that later because I was hoping it would work with the 3 theme. 27 miles per gallon combined is what Volvo's saying. 57 mpge, according to the EPA. And if you just want to use electricity, you can run it for about 20 miles. Just like Toyota, Volvo has a system, their electric all-wheel drive system, where there's no drive shaft, no mechanical connection to the engine. All of the power comes back here with an electric motor. Now there is an 11.6 kilowatt hour battery in here. That's actually a pretty hefty size battery. I mean, it's 1/3 the size of the one that I have in my kid's Nissan Leaf. You can store up power in there, and also that power gets built up as you're driving, and you can provide power to the rear wheels. Now, how effective is that? It's very interesting you ask, because this is actually fairly capable off-road vehicle, light off-roading. We've taken vehicles like this into the snow and onto rocks before, and it's been very effective. One of the cool parts is that you really don't have to worry about straining the engine in order to get power to the rear wheels. That's a completely separate, pretty torquey system. So, very advanced electronics going into this vehicle. Let's talk about design, because I really like what Volvo does. They're kind of cool, right? A little under the radar. They're not in your face, and yet it's a high quality, pretty car. And you're never going to embarrass yourself driving one of these. I like that. I really like the Thor's Hammer front headlight design as well. The overall design up front is very sharp, nice creases, and at the same time, look how they add these lovely curves. I really like that, and it goes throughout the entire vehicle. Come on back here with me. The chrome strip here isn't my favorite, and the reason why is over here. Look at this. This overlap kind of looks like it was done by accident. You know what I mean? I did want to show you the back area, which looks like a baby XC90 with this, and I do like this design quite a bit. It's high, it's easy to see, looks really good. It's not as pretty as some vehicles, but it doesn't embarrass itself. One final thing I wanted to point out, there's an exhaust pipe in there. Holy mackerel! Thank you for not taking a page from the Germans and building fake exhaust outlets. I can't stand that. Volvo builds beautiful interiors. They are just sumptuous, really pretty. And I like that. I like being able to sit in the car and feel like I'm being treated well just by its looks. This stitching and the way they molded the dashboard alone is epic. I think it's just beautiful. Not everybody likes the two-tone leather steering wheel setup that they've been doing in their cars, but I really do. I'm not thrilled with this, the gear lever. One of the reasons why is, let me show you. So I'm in park right now, which by the way is a button. And to go into drive, I don't just click once, I have to click twice. Otherwise I'm in neutral, which is useless. The same thing, I'll go back into park. I want to go into reverse. I have to go up, and then one more into reverse. By the way, I wanted to show this real quick as well while we're here. And this shows different camera angles, and you can do things like that. You can actually select different cameras. I just wish it was more responsive and you didn't have to smack the screen in order to make it happen. It is so close to being awesome, but it's not quite awesome. So there are 5 different drive modes, and it starts with constant all-wheel drive, pure, which is eco drive, then you have hybrid, and then you have individual, where you can change your driving preferences a little bit and kind of tailor make it work for you, I guess. Power, that's sporty driving, and you feel it. That's one thing for sure. All 400 horsepower really feels like it's right there. And then off-road. If you get the optional adjustable suspension, you can go from 8.9 inches to 10.5 inches, which is great off-road clearance. This setup really gives you 3 different levels, 3 of awesomeness, because you can go regular off-road, you can go on the street, and of course you can do something in between. So I'm basically on regular mode. I'm going to go through a dip right now. Really smooth and creamy. Volvo has sorted their ride to my liking. And it's not perfect, not everybody loves it, but it's a little bit on the stiff side for some people, and that's including these seats. They're very firm. And I'm a big jelly roll of a man sitting in these firm seats, so it's taken some time for my body to go, okay. Now, when it comes to power delivery is insane because there's a lag, but it's not turbo lag. I think it's the 8-speed automatic transmission saying, I don't know if I want to shift. But when it goes, what happens is you get this one level, and then you get like a second level of power, and it comes in like spurts. Let me just quickly show you, okay? Hold on, cameraman. Here we go. I'm not even in performance mode, by the way. It just goes. It's like a scalded cat. I reset this when I got the vehicle a couple days back, and currently I am getting 34 miles per gallon. That's actually really good. And the cool part is some of that has to do with the fact that I drove around town in all battery mode, all electric mode, just for a few miles to see how it worked, and it worked just fine. You can go up to freeway speed using electric power as well, but bear in mind that you'll burn it off really, really quick. A couple other 3s. Volvo builds 3 different crossovers. This one sits right in the middle, and the XC60 is extremely popular. Now you can get this without all the high tech. You can get a base model in the 40s. Unfortunately, one of these starts at around $54,000, and that's before you add all of those other levels. As I mentioned before, you can get R design and whatnot, and definitely lift up the price. But the thing is that if you buy the base model, $53,000, and don't add anything to it, you suddenly have a very powerful, capable vehicle that may not have all the gadgets, but will have the powertrain. That's something to keep in mind. And the price for this fully loaded Inscription that has almost every option you can get, $71,340. That is a lot of dough. But you are getting a lot of vehicle for the money considering all the tech that you get, right? So it's kind of a trade-off. Once again, I do recommend getting the lower level model. You're going to save a lot of dough and still get that amazing powertrain. You may have noticed I was doing the theme of 3, and I didn't get there that many times. So much for 3. Anyway, thanks for joining me for the Fast Lane Cars. This is Nathan. I'll see you next time.